All right. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, what's happening? How we doing, guys? Someday I'll get rid of the cough. It was pretty good until I turned the mic on. Doing pretty well. Spent the weekend wheezing, but other than that, I'm great. It's pretty good. I think it's going away. I think so. How you guys doing? What's happening? What's going on? What's that Bud Light commercial? What's that? How are you? Nunez, Vineyard Management out there in the valley. Good to see you. Whew. Yeah, I don't know what I got for a sleep score last night. I guess I got a new phone and it hasn't caught up to my life yet. With my ring and all my apps and what have you and whatnot. Good morning from the HQ of the biggest event in the South. All right. Yeah, you already over there? Yeah. So Josh Baker's here, Roy Dahl, Rachel coming in hot. Good to see you. Wendy says good morning. And if you'll notice, I just donned my spreading love and kindness t-shirt today. I finally got myself one. If you guys don't have one of these, you got to get one. It's a good feeling t-shirt. I think go a size up and wash it when you get it, and it'll shrink up nice for you. Perfect. But everybody that's got them says they feel good, they fit good. So I said to Wendy, I said, geez, I don't have one of those yet. And she said, yeah, you do. We ordered you. I said, oh, okay. So I'm wearing it today. Feeling the energy. Yeah, coming. This one says, you are enough exactly as you are. So, I know I can speak for her on this. The message wasn't to be directed at you, the wearer. The real value in these is that when somebody reads it, they're getting that message as they maybe walk by or see you. Bubba, it's a schmedium. It's a Jason Rector extra small. Is he on here yet? He'll appreciate that. I'll fill it up nice. Yeah, how we doing, guys? Catherine Thomas, good to see you. Bubba Hogan is in here. Good to see you, buddy. How was the weekend, guys? How was the weekend? Yeah, I didn't do a lot. I just needed a break, man. I just needed a break. I had things on the schedule, and I was going to try and lift yesterday, but every time I moved, just kind of get the cough going. So the goal was to sit, chill, and get the inflammation out of the lungs. I guess that's what that is. They say it would kill the average man, but here I am, being here for you. Matthew Padron. Good to see you. Yeah, Wendy. And the message is for the wearer of the shirt and the reader. Okay. I'm trying to impact as many people as possible. See, that's why I need to stay out of the advertising. Excuse me 1 second. Still have some Canadian geese flying over. Good morning, Genevieve. Got here just in time to hear that. That's awesome. Good to see you guys. We want to talk today about meetings that move the needle. Meetings that move the needle, guys. We got 10 days of leveling up your business habits here. So we're in the middle of it. Buenos dias, amigo. Love the shirt. Ask me how to get one. We'll post the link right off quick. Good to see you, Johnny. Jess Novak, good to see you. Yeah, you ever been to a meeting where you're just sitting there going, why are we here? What are we doing? Right? I have so many other things I could be doing, right? If they don't create clarity, if your meetings don't create clarity, they're just noise. Can't tell you how many I've been to where I'm like, that lasted a half an hour longer than it should have. We could have been out of here in 11 minutes, whatever it was. Average business owners don't waste hours each week in meetings that could have been an email or worse, meetings that cause confusion more than solve or create drama or strife or whatever in the office, right? Yeah, if you didn't make it back, it's getting better, Bubba. Great leaders run meetings that drive accountability and execution, period. That's how we do that inside the Rosenberg group. Boom, we got tasks. They cascade. We use Asana where everybody's got something that they're assigned to. Okay. Before your team leaves the meeting, they should know exactly three things: what just happened, what's next, who's responsible. Get in, get out. All right. Have an agenda. I always used to say, this is what we're going to accomplish in this meeting. This is the time we have allotted for it. If we accomplish it earlier, we're out. If it takes longer, and we're out at the time marker, and we'll schedule something else if we need to. But we're done at this time, so you can set your clock to it. Okay. I always used to just, like, when I was in construction, like team meetings, really just like problem sessions, right? Everybody just puking up their stuff. Everybody showed up late. Oh yeah, no, I've got to measure a job. I got an inspection. I'm not going to make it. So they didn't prioritize it. Okay. And then we left without a plan because somebody was missing. Then we'd have the same conversation week after week and nothing changed. So it wasn't until I learned to have some structure to the meeting, like kind of a system, right? Not a conversation, that everything kind of shifted. All right. And now, whether it's within our coaching team, or even on our daily sales accelerator, every meeting has the same rhythm. Okay. And you'll notice it. We check in. I do it here on this live. How you doing on a scale of 1 to 10, right? Review. So check in, review, decide, okay, what the action is going to be, assign, and close. Check in, review, decide, assign, close. Boom. Meeting over. Bob's your uncle. Fanny's your aunt. We're out the door. Bye-bye. Nobody wants to be there. Okay. When you treat meetings like a leadership habit, not a calendar item, your business starts to move in one direction, and that's forward. Okay. 1 second. Let me just maybe send this link. Yeah, Steve's going to join us in a few minutes, guys. So stick around. Things will get exciting. Yeah, meetings are multipliers, guys, not money pits. Okay. We don't want to just be pouring time and money into a meeting. Okay. The right meeting is going to create momentum and alignment. The wrong meeting is just going to drain energy and focus and just piss everybody off. Okay. The key is purpose. Every meeting must answer one question: what result do we need? What result do we need from this meeting, from this conversation? What are we trying to accomplish? If you can't define that, cancel it, reschedule it, get rid of it. Okay. There's a 5-part framework for this. And I mentioned it earlier. Check in. Okay. Energy and connection first, wins, updates, quick gratitude, all that stuff. Then review, scoreboard check, metrics, progress, commitments from last week, little accountability, right? Decide, identify problems, make decisions, clarify next steps. Who's doing that, right? This is coming next, right? So the assign part, right? Confirm who owns what and by when. A task without a deadline is just a dream. Okay. And then close, summarize, restate commitments, end on energy. Done. We're in, we're out. Bye-bye. That was 35 minutes. 5 minutes, 10, 5, 5, and 5. Gone. Okay. Every meeting, end every meeting with a clear owner and outcome. Every task has to have an owner. Okay. If you guys aren't using Asana, check it out. We use it to keep us on track. We have a team meeting tonight at 6 when everybody can be there. Okay. 5-part. Oh, was this Rampa? Sure. Dan Martell says in his book, Buy Back Your Time, if more than one person owns it, nobody owns it. So if there's multiple people that own a task, nobody's doing it, probably, more than likely. So every commitment needs one name and one due date. Otherwise, you just keep having the same conversation week after week and call it progress. That's all. That's all there is to it. Okay. So ask yourself today, do your meetings create clarity or confusion? Does everyone leave knowing what's next, or just leave frustrated? They know who owns everything. And where can you shorten or eliminate meetings that don't add value? Is it just an email? Could this meeting just be an email? Maybe so. I'm not talking about your regular cadence of meetings, like your Monday morning project management meeting, whatever. I don't think you ever check that one in as an email. All right. Okay. Build a template, pass it out, pass out an agenda. Okay. Use that 5-part structure that I just went over. Check in, review, decide, assign, close. Get through your meetings. If you guys just bumble through meetings, then you're just having a meeting to have a meeting for the sake of having a meeting. Yeah, we're loaded right up with meetings today. I'm important. I got a bunch of meetings today. Wow. You mean you gave your time away to people that don't deserve it? Really, get protective of your time. If your meetings feel like chaos, it's not a people problem, it's a structure problem. And I would argue a leadership issue. Okay. Leadership is communication, and communication is a skill. Hey, Jason, I suspect you've sat in a few crappy meetings. Yeah. So drop a fist pump in the chat if this is going to make you think about your next meeting. Maybe sitting there going, yeah, Bob was right. This is a waste of time. I got to get out of here, right? Yeah, or if you're watching it on the replay, hit replay, fist pump, something. Okay. Drop a fist pump in the chat if it helped you a little bit. Put a fist pump in the chat if that helped you a little bit. I'm on the backside, I guess, I think. Yeah, I've never really felt too terrible having the cold, but I've been operational. But boy, I'll tell you, I was talking to Steve this morning, it's been a ride since I left Louisville, even. So good cleansing breath there. That's good. Jamie Moeller, good to see you. Going to see you next week, I think, right? Jason Rector is here. Good. You didn't hear my Jason Rector comment earlier. Wendy's going to put some links in. Guys, don't forget to get your t-shirt from her new movement, Love and Kindness threads. Okay, spreading love and kindness. She's got me wearing the shirt, took my picture this morning and everything. If you have one of these shirts, make sure she has a picture of you wearing it. She's putting something together for social media. So that's good. Bubba, you can never just comply, can you? You got to put a foot in instead of a fist. Whatever. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. Jason Kimball, thank you. I appreciate it. Mark Bunker is here, coming in late. Mark, we talked about wasting our time at meetings. Actually, no, we talked about meetings that move the needle, okay? And we did touch on how much of a waste of time they can be at times. And make sure you have an agenda. Make sure you have a structure, okay? Because a meeting should be something where you check in, you review what's going on, you decide the action, you assign who's going to do it, and you close that thing, all right? Get in, get out, okay? Step in lightly, okay? Don't want to hang around too long. As Jimmy, my friend Jimmy next door would say, a moving target's harder to hit. Rachel says, respiratory stuff is the worst. Use steam showers. Oh, yeah. Do it all. You name it. I'm doing it. Jason, I'll be listening to the replay. Okay, buddy. Whoops. We might have a connection problem there. Talk about being late, Mark Bunker. It's 8:12 now, so in about 9 minutes, Dan Bennett's going to show up. Hey, what did I miss? What did I miss? 3-page structure. Meeting went well, 60+ minutes. All right. Yeah, that's an important meeting. So, guys, don't forget about the Mid-South Pond Retreat. November 9th through the 13th. Steve Rosenberg will be there. I will be there. Jacob Salem will be there. Baba Hogan will be there. Tim Catroni. Giovanni Dela Cruz. We've got Clayton Graba. We've got Jake Bradley. I'm trying to go down through them all. There's like 11 names I'm trying to go through by memory. I got through a lot of them. Tim Schlafhauer. Forgetting somebody, Bubba. Yeah. Good morning, Aaron Callie. Don't forget the Job Tread Connect in January. I think 14 through 16, we will be there as the Rosenberg Group. We're going to be a sponsor. Steve will be speaking a couple of times. Good morning, Jubal. Yeah, the Mid-South Pond thing is sold out. But Mark, if you remember, Bubba has air mattresses and places to put people and stack you guys like cordwood. So if you want in, you can hitchhike out. That's right. Vinny, what's Vinny's last name again? Mick. It's a MCD or M. Vinny. When do we have shirts available at the event? Oh, she will. Will we have shirts available? Oh, you better get on that, Wendy. Jacob Salem, Jubal William. Jubal's coming? All right. Bringing Lindy? Yeah, Mackenzie. Yeah, Vinny McKenzie. So guys from Aquascape are going to be there. Guys from, Bubba, what's the other sponsor? I'm going from memory here. The other manufacturer, the guy that Jake works for. Gotcha. Mark says, yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to taking the guys that work in the field, supervisor types and job site guys, and getting them into a room and bang their heads together and tell them to play nice. And John, yeah. Easy Pro. Yes, that's right. Thank you. Apex Distribution. Yeah, all of it. So, Bubba, we'll get you on here in a minute and talk about this thing. Bubba, you somewhere you can talk, buddy? Man, I think did I have you on here yesterday, twice in 1 week? Yeah, get on because I'm butchering this. Easy Pro, Pond Pro. Yeah, guys, if you want to get better at business, a little bit better at life, better at building ponds, or just in general being a contractor, you don't have to be a pond guy to show up at this thing. Dan Bennett's going to be there. Dan runs his own remodeling company. So he's coming over from Connecticut. Going to have a good time. It's going to be great to get a bunch of people together. Tim Catroni's going to be there, and Tim's a great guy. Tim's probably one of my favorite guys in the coaching business. He works for the Contractor Fight, and one of the first people that helped me with my business back a while. And he's just a great dude, and he'll call you on your stuff. So there's Bubba. How you doing, buddy?
Doing well.
Hang on a second. Do I have you? Let me see if my audio is right. Not hearing you right. Okay.
You hear me now?
Yeah, better. My headphones weren't hooked up for some reason, so neither was my mic, I think. But anyway, Bubba, tell us about the Mid-South Pond Retreat.
Oh man, it's gonna be awesome. I'm getting more and more excited every day. We got just 1 week away, basically a week from today. We're starting off the full day at the deep dive into your business. Everybody's going to be coming in next Sunday, midday. I guess everybody's pretty much flying in or driving in. So we're going to have a load of folks coming in. Like I said, we got Easy Pro is one of our main sponsors. Jake Bradley's coming in Monday. Geo with Aquascape, their sponsor. You have Vinny and John, their sponsor. With Rosenberg Group, their sponsor. Oh, speaking of that one, there's
Rosen Group. The Rosen Group. Steve Rosen.
Yeah, Steve Returnenberg. Rosenberg Returnberg.
Don't make me laugh. I'll start coughing.
Yeah, we'll get Jacob Salem. He's going to fly his little plane in Monday afternoon. I think be with us Tuesday morning before he flies back out Tuesday evening. Who all else? Tim's coming in with a boulder buddy. Going to show the guys how to strap up a boulder safely without being under it and having it collapse on your head.
Nice.
Apex is they're putting on the shrimp boil Monday night, so it's going to be awesome on that. David's got the smoker cleaned up and ready for putting some Boston butts and some chicken leg quarters on for Tuesday evening.
I don't know what he just said, but it sounds good.
Yeah, it's going to be some good stuff.
I feel like I came in the wrong time.
Chicken butts and legs and different things.
Yeah, not chicken. We're not doing a chicken butt. We'll pig butt, chicken legs, and breast.
We got some stuff and things.
You're definitely not going to leave hungry. I can tell you that.
Good.
And we may have someone else drop it in, right, Bubba?
Yeah, that's what you told me yesterday. It's a possibility. So
possibility, yeah. We may be having VPM coming in. Some virtual assistant conversations and help. So some people will be able to have some one-on-one time. Nice. I don't know if it's going to be Pete or it may be one of Pete's guys who lives in Nashville, but I know a lot of people are really, really interested in the whole virtual assistant thing at Mach 5, talking to Pete and stuff. So
yeah,
thinking we may have some more collaboration with us along those lines.
Love it. Well, Steve, welcome. It's been a few days.
It has, man. I was a little afraid, man. I was a little worried. I hadn't heard from you in a while.
I've been over here fighting for my life, dude. Since we left Louisville, I tell you what.
Yeah.
Circuit the drain, man.
Yeah. So. Well, I'm glad you're better.
All I say is maybe if you got out and talked and networked a little bit, you wouldn't have sat around and caught whatever it was you got.
Oh, really? Yeah.
If I'd sat around the whole time, maybe I'd have gotten sick. But
Yeah. Yeah. If I had a nickel for every time I looked left and right while I was sitting at that table, where's Bubba? Oh, where's Steve? Steve gone. Yeah. Oh, we're
called
gonna go.
networking.
Gonna go talk to Ann John.
Wheeling and dealing, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Bob, you are enough.
Thank you. Thank you.
Are enough.
Exactly as I am.
Exactly.
Huh?
Yeah, I can't see the mics in the way. Exactly as you are. Bob, you are enough exactly as you are. Who makes those shirts, Bob?
Well, funny you should ask, Steve. Wendy does those. My wife.
Really?
Yeah, she's creating a movement. And yeah, we'll put the link up in a minute. You too could get one of these shirts. I know you'd want to cut the sleeves off.
Absolutely, man. Wear it to the gym. That's a good gym shirt.
You probably get your ass kicked.
Who's the weirdo? That's the guy that smells like cheese standing in the corner doing these weird stretches. You're right there?
You guys are gonna tip me over today.
We lost Bob on Monday too. I coughed up a lung.
Where's the mute button?
We need a 5-second delay on this program when we're all on here.
This was a bad idea.
Hands up. Put your hands up. You ever wonder why they say, Bubba, why do they say put your hands up when you're coughing?
I have no idea about coughing.
They said that's a myth.
I don't know about coughing. I know we stop somebody and they got a gun, you put your hands up. But
that's different. That you're not coughing then, but you could cough up some lead.
When we choked. Put your hands up. Put your hands up.
Well, that's you're not supposed to swim within 45 minutes of eating. Is that true?
Myth.
Really?
I'm guessing your hands up so your lungs don't collapse if you're sagged down.
Yeah.
Well,
Steve, now that I've halfway collected myself.
Yes.
You're going to see us in Memphis. What are you planning on talking about with the guys?
Dude, I have a full plate in Memphis. I think 3, maybe 4 sessions from what I understand. So I'm going to be talking a lot about what's going on in the industry, what's coming for 2026, a lot of stuff that I'm seeing and learning. We're going to talk about some ownership accountability, about making some decisions that you have to make in your life. So I think that a lot of people I'm going to have some thought-provoking things of when you walk out of there, who are you? What kind of person are you when you walk out of there? I think, listen, there's enough people there that have the skill sets that you guys are going to help improve upon, Bubba and a lot of the vendors and stuff. I think a lot of what I'm going to talk about and I'm assuming what you're going to talk about, I don't know, is going to be more, are they the right people to lead their team? Are they doing their job and what it takes? And I think Bubba's got you and I talking to some of the employees, I believe, and some of that stuff. So there's going to be some deep thoughts, some deep conversations as to what they need and who they need to become. I'm looking forward to it, man. I've been prepping, practicing, as you guys know, I do all the time. And after that, I'm taking myself on the road to Job Tread after that event. But yeah, it's going to be good. I'm looking forward to it, man. Not Mach 5. The Pond event is going to be, I think it's going to be one of those good ones. I think last year was great when I was there. Bubba did a great job. And I think this year, everyone's kind of got to know each other. Everyone's got their dancing partners a little bit better. And I think we're just going to make it much, much more intentional, I guess I'll say.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I remember last year I walked in and you guys were doing the day one stuff, or the ahead of time. You would meet with his team, and but it was cool. We stayed right there. Didn't have to leave, and that was good for me. I enjoyed that part. Like no running around looking for hotel or anything like that. So if you guys don't know that the event is sold out. However, Bubba, you can tell them better than I, but you could still buy a day pass, right?
Still get day pass, or you can get the overflow parking, as I call it. We've got 40 air mattresses. They told me that I wasn't aware that we had. So technically, I guess I could have kept selling tickets, and people have just been surprised when you get there, you get an air mattress versus a room. And what are you going to do? Leave? I mean, you're right there. So But yeah, we got the air mattresses, 40 of those available. Actually, I've had, I think, 2 people take me up on that. So I dropped the
Wow.
price down to 180, basically just to cover your meals. If you want to come
There you go.
sleep on an air mattress, be part of the event, just cover the cost of your meals, which is 180. And like I said, it's going to be overflow in there, so it's not taking up the room, so we don't have to pay for extra rooms.
Yeah.
They're all sold out. So
Yeah, for sure.
I think we should have Jacob Salem maybe doing airplane rides, and maybe banner towing
Yeah.
back and
Hey,
forth.
yeah, I hadn't even thought of that, but I might do that. Have Jacob
Yeah.
go up there and circle around a couple of times with the flag. I may holler at him and see if he can do that.
Little
The
stunt flying, little
WWPD.
spin action and stuff. I think that'd be great. I won't do it, but I think he could do it.
I do have I may have a flag or two that says, hashtag WWBD, so we may get him to
Well,
fly that
it's
around.
not. Those aren't flags. They're banners, and there's
Okay, banners.
they're
Yeah.
tow banners. You got to kind of kind of catch the hook. You got to fly down, catch the hook. There's a
I
whole
thought you
technique
said-
to it.
I
So,
thought you didn't know how to do that.
well, I didn't say I. Yeah, I won't do it.
He started at the beach one time.
Yeah, exactly. Growing up in Southern California.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Bubba, we got a bunch of people coming. What would you say to somebody that maybe does live locally and is thinking about going? And we got room for them, right? It's not that really when you say sold out, it's more like, hey, whether we got a bed for you or not, right?
Yeah, I mean, as far as sold out, is just the rooms and then the house that's over there. Like I said, we sleep. I think it's 72 people that will sleep comfortably. So like I said, and then we got the 40 air mattresses. But as far as day passes, I've got 12 people signed up for day passes that are local that are going to be driving back and forth. So they're going to get there 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning and stay till 5, 6, 7, however late at night, and then hang out with us as late as they want to. They just won't have a place to sleep unless they crash in somebody else's room or get an air mattress.
I was thinking, Bubba, if you were to take, I don't know, maybe a 200-mile radius of where we're going to be, and I think anyone who's within that 200-mile radius or half a day of driving, think of, I guess for the people that are coming, if you're in that 1-day drive, let's say, this is the time that you sharpen your axe to start swinging deep, 2026, right? I mean, it's I talked about it at Mach 5 that, you don't wait until the wave is upon you to start paddling when you're surfing. You start paddling when you see the swell coming so that you're up on the wave. This is the same thing. This time of year, this is the time that you should be paddling in your business and working on the business, retooling, getting things, because the new contractor season is going to start. And when it starts, that is not the time that you should say, hey, maybe I should start working on my systems. Maybe I should start talking to vendors. Maybe I should think about a virtual assistant. That's not that, if you're and that's, I think that's the problem. A lot of people that never seem to get up on that wave is they always wait and they go, oh shit, I missed it again. I guess I'll do it next year. And they think that the year should start in January, but the new year starts right now. It starts in Q4. It already started, right? Most people that are going to be successful in 2026, I believe that they've already started paddling, working on their business, getting coaching, going to these events, learning all these things, and they will be ready come January, February. And I think that's going to be the difference. And I would be curious, Bubba, and I don't, it's probably too late to do it from last event, but I would be curious. It's kind of like, when you see a shark and you tag their fin to see where the shark goes. I would be curious to tag some of these people to see where they end up this time next year that actually come and implement what they're going to learn and go, okay, let's have a contest. Let's see, maybe they get to come for free, the one who does the most success. And I would be curious to see the ones that are the most successful will be tied back, anchored back to what they learned at this event. That's my prediction.
I think it's funny you should say that because I got a call this past week with one guy that was there last year, and he's bringing 6 people with him this year because he said it turned his business around so much that he knows they got to have what it is that he got last year as far as his business alone. One of them actually owns a mechanic shop that has nothing to do with the pine business, but he said just from the coaching and information he received on how to operate and run your business, he told him you got to have this. Like I said, he's bringing 6 people with him. So he was all excited, and like I said, he's got folks loaded
That's
up
awesome.
and bringing them along. He said he may have a couple more, but he's got 6 for sure that are coming with him. So
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good testimonial too, Bubba, that you should
Mm.
get when we're there of someone like that to start promoting it for next year. But I think that look, it's not magic or it's not coincidence that the people that do these things are more successful. It's kind of like, wow, that guy works out all the time. He's lucky. He's in shape.
Hmm.
Okay, or maybe it's the fact that he works out all the time and that's why he's in shape. This guy works on his business all the time. And he has all this free time to go hang out because his business is running without him. He's lucky. Or he's working on his business and that is the result. And I think people are looking, a lot of times people are looking for that excuse to say, oh, you know what, guys, it's the end of the year. We should take it easy and enjoy the holidays. Why? Like you can. There's nothing that says you can't. But there's also going to be someone else that's working harder than you that is trying to put you out of business. And that's the reality. I think that putting yourself out of business, I think, is more the answer. No one's putting you out of business. You're putting yourself out of business. And
At the end of the year, the end of the year stuff is funny, Steve, because everybody's like, oh, we get together in January and do 2026 planning, right?
yeah,
But you wouldn't get together in say Q3 to do Q3 planning. It's just different. The timing of the year is weird. It's like, oh, we're wrapping it up. Screw it. The brakes are gone. No sense steering. Let's cruise into the end of the year and we'll worry about it then. But to me, the best people that win at business and life are all like, my mind's on 2026. I know yours is already. Like here, it's what, November 3rd. It has been. In October, I'm thinking 2026. We have been.
Yeah, and look, you ever, what I wonder about, and maybe someone in the audience has an answer for this, is in January, you seem to get all this passion, right? People get this passion in January. And why don't they both of you guys fucking blowing your noses is just hilarious, by the way. But you ask yourself, like, where's their passion? Why do they lose their passion now? It's the end of the year. Games are won in the fourth quarter. How is that different than business? You think your business isn't lost in the fourth quarter? If you had the same passion that you magically create January 1, right? Like you said, they go over goals, you do all stuff January 1. What if you just had this passion in the fourth quarter and you invested in yourself and you did what it takes? Mach 5 was a great example of passion, right? Everybody there was passionate. We had a great event. I want to carry that through to Mid-South Ponds, to that, right? Let's get all of that stuff moving and get the momentum going and keep riding that wave. And the ones that are going to keep investing themselves, they're going to be successful and their results are going to show. And the ones that don't, they may have a problem in 2026, because the data I'm seeing, and I'm going to talk about at the event, there's some changes coming in the industry. There's some big changes coming. People have no idea. Like, if you took the time to do some research, it's not good for people that are going to stay behind. It's really not.
Yeah, you got to embrace technology, get with the times. It was funny when you talking about the fourth quarter. It reminded me, like, if you've been to a basketball game or even a football game, right, where there's just a little bit of an uptick, a big uptick actually of effort in the fourth quarter, right? What if you played like that in the first quarter?
Yeah. You ever look at the basketball teams when they start playing in preseason compared to how they're playing at the NBA championship? Do you think they're playing with the same passion preseason as they are? And I get it, I understand, but because there's a finite time that they are running out of time. They know the season is going to be over, so they're playing. That's why it's called a 2-minute drill, because they know there's 2 minutes left in that quarter in that game.
Right.
Why don't business owners have this passion? You ever wonder, like, why aren't they going, fuck, man, I gotta make another $1 million this last quarter? People are like, dude, I didn't make $1 million this whole year. It's like, you wonder why. Because you don't have the passion. The money's there. The revenue is there. Coming to these events, learning from other people, like-minded people, finding that passion, and, energy, it doesn't dissipate. It's just transferred. So if that energy transferred to you, you come to this event in Tennessee, spend the fucking day, drive down, do something for your business that's not selfish for you to say like, oh, I deserve time off. I don't believe that. I don't believe anybody deserves anything. I think that, it's like a tree, you're growing or dying. And I think coming to these events is what we do to fertilize the soil so that, our forest will grow. And that forest is your business. It's funny, like I asked people, I was talking to someone the other day, I said, what would you do if your business collapsed tomorrow? And he's like, oh, dude, I'd be screwed. I'm like, so everything you have is riding on this business. He's like, yeah. And I'm like, and I actually got this from Bubba. I go, what'd you do this weekend? He's like, well, I took some time off and I watched the football game. And I said, tell me again about your business, that everything is riding on your business. And if it collapsed, you would lose everything. And then tell me again what you did this weekend. I just want to make sure I understand, are we congruent? And he's like, point taken. I said, we'll see. I said, dude, there is somebody taking your business. The business doesn't stop. It's like a river. When you leave, you're fishing all day and you leave, do you think the fish stop? Or do you think someone else is catching your fish? Someone is catching your fish in business because you got lazy. You pulled up the pole. And I think that's what we're going to learn at this event at Bubba's. I mean, it's not, and I don't know if Bubba wants this or not, but it's becoming not just a pond event. It's an entrepreneurial journey for people, right? I mean, I think that's what they're going to get. The emphasis will be on, what'd you say?
It's Bubba Palooza.
It's Bubba Palooza, exactly.
Bubba Palooza, yeah. Yeah, happy to have been a part of it from the beginning. It's going to be fun. We're looking forward to it. Guys, I want you to have a great week. Steve, talk for a second about the Daily Sales Accelerator today. I know you're running the call. It's Mindset Monday. And I pitch it every day on here. Say, join us in the DSA,
dude.
Kind of a gateway to our community,
dude. Monday, Mindset Monday. I have some leadership accountability that we're going to be talking about when you look yourself in the mirror. I have some stuff about you could say it all day long, but I'm going to actually have whoever's game, whoever's not full of shit, and actually says they're willing to do what they do, we're going to see, because they're going to actually have to do something that's very easy, but it's very painful. And so Jason, so when they see that, the guy that looks just like me without the mustache. So we are going to talk about that. I think that also, and I don't know if you guys know this, but for Ground School, coming up next month, I was able to lock in from Mach 5, Phil Kornacek, the Green Beret, 13 tours as a Ranger, Green Beret, just a bad guy, badass dude. He's coming. And I don't know if you guys were on the call last week for the group coaching call, James Morris. James Morris is coming to speak also at Ground School for leadership. So that is going to be, jeez. That is going to be Ground School. December is going to knock it out of the park. Like, I'm really impressed. But the DSA today on mindset is going to be really good. I'm going to make sure people start this week. Listen, if you don't like it and you don't want to be accountable, then you probably shouldn't join the call. That's all I'm going to say, because I'm going to call some people out. I'm going to really put you to task. And it's not going to be like, you should do this. I'm going to say, I want to see a daily picture of this. And if they tell me they're going to do it and they don't do it, they may get removed from the group, because I don't believe that we should say we're going to do something and we don't do it. I just believe that enough's enough. And if you really want to change your life, if you want to change your family's life, if you want to change your trajectory, it's time to start being accountable, and it's time to start being an adult and being a leader. And if you say listen, if I tell you, Bob, I'm going to call you at 8 a.m., I'm going to call you at 8 a.m. Or I'm going to say, hey, Bob, I'm busy, but I'm letting you know that I'm busy. I'm just not going to call you and go, hey, Bob, I'm sorry. And I think it's become commonplace for people to just allow mediocrity to creep into our lives.
Yeah.
And I don't accept that. I don't care. I'd rather not have you in the group than lie to me and say I'm going to do something and then give me some bullshit excuse. I do not agree with that.
Yeah.
So I believe that we'll see. They don't have to do it, but if they say, Steve, I will do this, I want proof. I want proof of life every day. That's what I want. And so that's going to be today. I'm fired up, man.
Good. Looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. And Rachel, it's December 8, 9 in the just so that we're clear there, Steve, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the ground school events are they're quarterly, and they're for people that are members of our coaching program called En Route. We do a 2-day takeoff event where we pour into people for 2 days in a row about everything: sales, marketing, systems, scaling, personal development, all DISC, all of it, right? So Rachel, just make sure that you're aware of that. I don't know, Steve, if somebody that was outside the program wanted to come to ground school, and putting you on the spot here, how does that work? Well, does it not? Maybe they just need to
they can definitely come when they sign up for the En Route program, because that's something that people who take accountability and they invest in themselves 100%, that everybody is welcome when you take accountability and you sign up and you do this. And I think that that's a reward for the people who are that have taken the thing. I listen, the event December 2nd and 3rd, the 2-day takeoff, they can come complimentary for free, right? And let's see where their weaknesses are, where their challenges are. We're about to start, I don't want to step ahead of myself, but we're about to start doing some financial education. As you all know, there's someone who's going to be doing some financial conversations with people.
Don't get yourself in trouble now.
I know, but maybe I know I can't help myself. Accounting 101, maybe we call it. What are people's books? What do their numbers look like? Maybe every 2 weeks or once a month, for people that are current clients, where they're going over their books, making sure that they're looking at the right information. Maybe they want to grow up and they want to build a business to eventually sell it. And if they want to do that, what are their numbers? What do their books need to look like? That's even a saleable asset, right? Or to make it run on their own. So that's coming part of the new program. We're revamping the En Route. As you guys know, I'm very deep in content creation and videos. But we're also, I've got some other things I got to talk to you guys about. I don't want to spring it on you, but I had a long conversation with Pete this weekend, who, as you know, is with VPM, owns VPM, my best friend. And we're talking about doing some sort of maybe a weekly training for people's virtual assistants on estimating, project management, teaching their VAs how to do that, because maybe that's where their bottleneck is. Maybe their VAs don't know how to estimate or project manage or order supplies.
Right.
But having some sort of weekly contracting 101 for VAs inside of our program, maybe something that, part of the new revamp.
Yeah, because when we talk to guys all the time, guys and girls all the time, like, what's your biggest challenge? Those are the things that come up, right? I feel like I'm just stuck in the business and I need to be working on the business. And that's probably, I would say, as a coach, probably one of my biggest challenges is getting people to make that transition from in to on, if you know what I mean, and start driving the bus instead of riding on it.
Yeah, and listen, that's it. I equate it to unscrewing a screw from the wall. You don't just rip it out of the wall. You got to do it one screw at a time. That's creating the vision, creating the culture, creating the mission, understanding that we're hiring based on DISC profiling, understanding if we're going to hire a virtual assistant, what does that virtual assistant do? And then based on that VA, going into, okay, how do we teach them contracting? How do we teach them estimating? Maybe if our En Route program gave them, maybe there's a weekly group call that if their VAs want to jump on and learn how to estimate, maybe that's something of value, Yeah.
Lindy would like that.
So, yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But Bunker says, I love how Steve dances around and keeps waving the big carrot in front of us. Love it.
That sounds very weird, Mark. I think you should stop.
Yeah, well, I got to get that comment off. There.
Is this a
Holy
PG show or what? And then she says yes.
I got to read the comments before I put them on the screen. Holy crap.
Whoa, where's Jason Cisneros in this conversation?
Jesus. We got to get Cisneros on here
Hands
one
up.
of these mornings.
Hands
It'll
up.
be fun. Hands up. I'll shave my head. They'll be full bald guys. All right. Well, guys, thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know about you, but I've got things to do. And I'm
I got
sure
shit to do, brother.
I got to dominate the world.
Listeners
Yep.
do. World domination. Bubba actually beat me to the punch on our group text this morning. Said he used my line. Good morning, savages. Let's work on some world domination. I'm like, hey, that's my line. He's like,
Hey,
"Show
fucker,
up
that's
sooner."
mine.
Show up sooner. So
And as we're coached, though, it's not the best, but it's the best known.
that's
That's right.
right.
The best known beats the best all day long, brother.
Paint to fence. Wax on, wax off. All right, boys.
All right, this is going
Appreciate you
sideways.
both. Yeah. Guys, have a great day today. Remember, way back to the beginning of this, if you're going to have a meeting, make sure it's got some purpose to it, okay? Don't just meet to meet, okay? Lindy says the EA program with VPN is very helpful for both parties when the VA started. So, yeah, perfect. Love that. Something tells me we're going to be seeing more of Pete and and maybe even a little less of you guys, which should be good. So, anyway.
Don't lose the cowboy hat.
Just kidding. Just kidding. All right, guys. Bubba, wrap up that workout. Steve, talk to you soon. I'll see you on the DSA here in a little bit. Thank you, guys.
See you guys in a little bit.
Rest of you guys, we'll see you. Have a great week. Talk soon.
Bye.